to my channel. My name is Sarah and I am the style coach. If you're new here, you're very welcome. And of course, if you're returning, welcome back. Feel free to like this video if you enjoyed it, learned something new. And of course, if you are new here, you're very welcome to hit subscribe and join the community. If you'd like to also keep in touch over on Instagram, you're most welcome to join me there too at thestylecoach.ie. Today's video is all about Kate Middleton's style on her Caribbean tour. Now, I'm not going to go through all the looks because I think there's there's 17 of them all together. But what I will do is go through my top 5. How I've chosen them is based on colour choices and the shape of the gowns, particularly for her shape and her colouring. Now, I've looked into Kate Middleton's style before. If you're interested in having a look at that video where I discuss, you know, colour palettes and body shape in more detail, you can take a look at that here. It's been a while since I've done one of these videos where I talk about the style of somebody, you know, royal family member or celebrity or something like that. And I know in the past you've been watching and enjoying those ones, so I thought it was about time I did one again. And of course, who better to choose than Kate Middleton? But for now, let's get started with my 5 top choices for her outfits based on her colour choices and the shape of the dresses or outfits that she was wearing. I'd love to know what your favourite look was from her trip. There were so many, of course, but if you had a favourite, do let me know in the comments below. The first look I really want to discuss is possibly one of my favourites because it's a vintage look. And, you know, I'm very much about recycling, upcycling, finding secondhand pieces. So to see a member of the royal family do this, you know, that is a good sign for things to come. A lot of people will take their inspiration from how people in the media or celebrities or members of the royal family, how they do things. And once they give it the nod or the okay, then everybody else tends to follow suit. So I'm so thrilled to find that she went for a 1950s vintage style dress, sundress for her trip to Jamaica. Now, the dress actually came from Willow Hilson Vintage and it was approximately €445. I think that's around the £400 mark or so. The interesting thing about this dress is the way you see it on Kate is not the original form of the dress. So as you can see in the pictures here, the original form actually had thinner straps to it, which is maybe a little bit, it's revealing a little bit too much perhaps for a member of the royal family. So the dress actually came with a matching shawl. So the people who were shopping for Kate Middleton would have bought this and had it altered to put in that extra paneling around the shoulders and the bust to make it just a little bit more conservative. So that's the first thing I like about this dress. The second thing is the colour choices are quite nice for her. There's lots of blues in there which suit her cooler undertones, and then warmer colours down through the end of the skirt. So I give it a thumbs up for colour choice for her. The other thing to note about this dress is the shape of it and how it works for her so well. So again, it's nipped in at the waist. She has an A-line to the dress, which really complements her slightly inverted triangle shape. Her people who were dressing her did a great job on this, and I think it just was appropriate for the occasion, appropriate for her colouring, and the shape of it worked really well for her. My second favourite look was this ice blue gown that she wore for a reception in the Bahamas. And again, you know, thinking about colour here, the icy cooler colours are great for her. She sits in the summer palette, so these cooler tones really work for her. The wide cut of the V-neck is something that ordinarily I would say, you know, stay away from if you are an inverted triangle shape. However, it all is in relation to the rest of the outfit. And the rest of the outfit is this floor length A-line cut to the gown, which brings beautiful balance to the overall look. And so this is another favourite of mine. It works beautifully for her. The next gown, it's almost copy and paste in terms of the shape of dresses for Kate Middleton, and that's no surprise because once you find a formula that works for you, that's the whole idea. You repeat that because that's what works best for you. So we see that again in this mint green self-portrait dress that she wore also in the Bahamas. And again, we see this deep V-neck, which is a beautiful cut for her. It's nipped in at the waist with an A-line cut, this time a midi length. So very appropriate for a daytime visit. And I think again, in terms of colour, the mint green, we're talking about those cooler, softer colours that we see in the summer palette, which works so well for her. And of course, a great cut on the dress. Another hit for me. Look 4 is this beautiful Jenny Packham pine green tulle gown that she wore in Jamaica, and it's just a showstopper. It really is. All the detail and some glittering around the bodice area. There's detail around this Bordeaux style neckline, which again, ordinarily for an inverted triangle we would say stay away, but it's balanced by this full length A-line cut gown. Again, copy and paste in terms of shape. You know, you can't go wrong for this style of shape for her. It's just so striking. The pine green, the soft pine green, just works beautifully for her skin tone, for her features overall. I mean, it's all about the dress here. Her hair is swept back. There's nothing on the neckline, just a pair of earrings. And I think you would agree, it's absolutely stunning. The final look I want to talk about is another showstopper. And she wore this for her arrival into Jamaica in a marigold yellow colour Roxanda dress. Now, this marigold yellow, it's much warmer than what I would have usually chosen for somebody in the summer palette. Having said that, you've got to keep in mind that she's arriving into Jamaica, stepping off the plane. You really want to kind of make an impact for that. And so going for this bright colour, that pop of yellow, you know, all eyes were on her, no doubt about it. And so I think in this instance, it works for her. When talking about the shape of this Roxanda dress, again, you know, in terms of what's going on top for her shape, it's all the things that, you know, if we're going by the rule book, we would say don't do. So it's those high necks, it's the embellishment on the shoulder, the cut of the shoulders, the sleeves, you know, it's all those things that we would say do not do for the inverted triangle. Now, again, you have to look at the entire outfit in relation to the body shape. And again, we see this kind of nipped in waist, A-line skirt, and this brings balance. So I think it worked beautifully. It kind of went outside the norms of what you would go for in terms of the summer colouring and an inverted triangle shape, but her team did a great job and it turned out really well. That's it for today's video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again next time. Take care.